Hi everybody, my name is Julie. Thank you so much for watching. Today we're doing an update for our Pan That palette. I have two palettes here. I'm going to start as always with my Lorac Mega Pro 2. I am trying to hit goals on these palettes all for 2023. But first let me show you where I've been to tell you how our update's going. And here's what she looks like today. So I'm seeing some really steady progress here. I was thinking last month I wasn't getting any progress, but then when I did the video, I was kind of like, oh, I am getting progress. That's nice. But it's incremental. It's small incremental process. But I think you can see my pans up here are getting a little bit bigger. You could see in those two, I'm like getting closer to hit them. Can you see those dips in there? I'm hoping you can. And then the gold, I think you can really see a big jump in the last month of using it. I have been using kind of like the same four shades over and over and over again. I've been using melon, tangerine, gold leaf, and peony the most. I've just been feeling like that warm eye look lately. I've been using tawny and burlap a little bit, and then I've been using saddle kind of block the crease. But that's all I've been using. Like, I have not been going crazy on this palette. I've been like super basic with this palette. But this gold is just really, really pretty, and it's super flaky now. It's definitely dried out a little bit since when I started. So I think that's why that got bigger so quickly. It also is like rather thin. I know if like I focus on that one, I can get some good use out of it, but I'm still enjoying kind of playing around and making sure like I'm not getting tired of the palettes. I think that's going to be key, especially since my goal is to use up 5 full shades. Do I have any empties yet? No. I still think I'm on track to get the 5 I've kind of always said, which is melon, burlap, tawny, gold leaf, and peony. I still think those are going to be the 5 that I'm going to be using up this year. But yeah, I still think it's a good palette. I find myself not pulling for any other shades too, which is really interesting. Like, there's nothing in this row that interests me remotely to use at the moment. Like, I really don't care. That row could like completely disappear and I feel like I'd still have a great palette. Which is interesting. I feel like that's really interesting. So I'm hoping that I get some more progress next month. Maybe I need to do 2-month updates here because it's going to be slow going. I feel like there's no real empties to show you yet, and I don't think there will be for a little while. All right, second palette. The second palette is the NYX You So Mochi, so let me show you where we have been. And here we are today. Once again, I've been using it like I've been using it. I don't have a goal other than just to give myself some options with this palette. I've really been pulling out the pinks for spring. I don't think that's a surprise. I've kind of let like the sparkle go for a little while. I'm like going straight like bright pink eyes, which has kind of been fun. But I now see like this palette's getting a lot of use, which is great. Like you can really see that the domes, like there's almost like a little pyramid on these eyeshadows, is definitely disappearing on some of them. So I'm using it, I'm getting there. There's a crap ton of eyeshadow in here, like very close to what's actually in here, just less shades, so deeper pans. I think in the back of my mind, I did think this would be an easier palette to go through than it's going to be, but I'm still enjoying it. Again, it's just giving me more options with the Lorac to kind of like play back and forth, and I appreciate that. Also, if I'm getting ready a little bit late, I could just throw one shadow look on out of this palette and be absolutely okay with that all day. I am starting to use them more like interchangeably. Like I'll be doing them just switching back and forth, like one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. It used to be like I was focusing on this one with this one as an add-on, but now I'm kind of pulling whatever I want, which is nice. And I feel like I do have a good selection. Right around the May-June time, I tend to get bored with the palettes that I've always put in these projects. So I'm hopefully this next month, I'm going to like not. I'm hopefully not. I mean, I gave myself a whole nother palette, but maybe I'll have to pull something else in just to give myself a little bit more of a selection. We'll see. That's just kind of how I feel after doing this now for 5 years. God, if I've been on YouTube longer than 5 years, that's crazy to me, but that is how the cookie crumbles. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm still excited. I feel like I had like a downturn last month where I was like so depressed, but I feel like I'm doing it. I'm using it. Like we are getting through it. We're using it little by little, and that's all that matters. It's just that incremental progress and focusing on particular products. I haven't bought any eyeshadows, I don't think, lately. I feel like last year I was buying more like ColourPop ones and Morphe ones, and this year I feel like I haven't done that, so that's a good sign for me. But yeah, that's where we're at. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy panning, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!